Morning Show.
Would you?
A most pleasant morning going out all out there in TV land. Good morning. Let's sing Brother David song. Hello everybody. Say how you feel today. Good morning to one and all. You know, it's a great morning and we want to say good morning to everyone, especially people who live by the waterside. You know, when you go to the waterside early in the morning, you feel so inspiration. Even if the lagoon, if the sea, if the river, even if one leap pan or one lake, when you look by the water early in the morning, you feel so good, just like tuning in to the Sugar City Morning Show. Folks, today is March 11th. Yep, today is the 11th of March. Let me make sure it's that. Yep, March 11th. We're going strong. We're going strong today, and we want to wish everyone the best of today as we welcome you all to the Sugar City Morning Show. Good morning. My name is Robert Cheque Usher. Good morning, Corozal. How are folks doing there in Corozal this morning? Good morning to you all. A wonderful day. What's the sea looking like today? It's choppy today, or just everything just calm with that great sunlight in the air? Good morning to everyone that lives by the coast and can see that early morning sun rising over the sea. Good morning, Orange Walk. How is Orange Walk doing today? A pleasant morning to you all, our friends there in beautiful the city, the working capital area that many people comes from out district to go and work in the city. And we have lots of people that live in the city that works every day as well to keep this nation going. And we cannot forget the tourism sector when we talk about San Pedro, Kikaka, Placencia, and all those areas, persons working in the tourism business. Good morning to you all as well, and all the other areas, the different Maya sites, different ruins, the different caves, the cave tubing, the zip lining, everybody that works in the tourism aspect. We say good morning to you all. As we say Placencia, we say Mango Creek this morning, Independence, also PG, that's playing the Punta Gorda. Griga, good morning. You know, when you see the football game from Griga, you see the water right there, so the nice water, they come from the sea, and people go bathe there. They got a place called Why Not Island. You know, I don't know what I really mean. Why I say why not island? Why not island? Yeah, why not island? Let's go to the island, man. You know, and we say good morning to our friends there in Benke as well. You know, we have Benke people working hard in Benke to build that community. So we say good morning to you all. San Jose Socots, you know, we got a ferry right there that takes us across to go to San Antonich. And these hard-working people there, they wake up every morning to continue building the nation, which is something great. And, you know, San Ignacio comes strong when it comes to tourism and persons moving around in San Ignacio. A lot of work, even at Santa Elena and Belmopan. Good morning to you all. Have yourself a wonderful day. We cannot forget our folks, as we say good morning to our folks there in the city. A pleasant day to one and all. It's 4 minutes after 7 o'clock, and we'll be linking with Delvi this morning right here to get that special prayer. We couldn't link with Delvi yesterday, but you know, sometimes we have some connections issues. But let's get Delvi right here on the line this morning to do that special prayer for us as we link right here this morning. I hope that today is the day, the 10th past, don't you? Okay, so now not stay calm again, because birthday come, celebration happen and things happen. But it's happy birthday, you know, it's not keep calm. Good morning, Delvi, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Cheque. Good morning, everyone listening.
Yeah, you still calm?
Yeah, I'm still calm, praise God, alive and well and calm.
Okay, well, you know, all the best. Happy birthday. We know you have kept calm. We tried to reach you yesterday, but somehow, you know how the communications go sometime, right?
Yes, because I was on the road.
Oh, okay.
I was on the road yesterday morning, and when I did get connected to the internet, I saw your missed call, and I felt so bad, because, you know, and I had my poem, everything ready.
But you're not
so I do have one this morning.
Yeah, but you're never supposed to feel bad, man, because you were calm.
I know, but you know, I am calm, but I'm called to serve as well. So,
yeah.
But things happen some days, like you say, and it was just the internet gave me problem yesterday.
So how was your day?
Mr. Check, it was great. I can't complain.
Okay. Well, once it's blessed, there's no stress, right?
Yes, too blessed to be stressed.
Well, let's be blessed this morning then.
All right. Almighty and Heavenly Father, Lord, I just give you thanks this morning once again, Lord. Thank you for your wonderful and your amazing grace. Thank you for blessing us this day, another day with the breath and the gift of life. Thank you, Lord, for keeping us throughout the night, for protecting our families, our friends, Lord. I just want to give you thanks. And this morning, as we go about this day, I just pray, Lord, for your continuous guidance, your continuous protection in and over us, upon every person who may be listening, oh God, whether they're going to work, to school, by whichever form of transportation. I pray that you cover them, Lord, and keep them, and may they reach home safe to their families when the evening is done. I bless your holy name, Lord, and I just give you thanks for how wonderful, for how amazing you are. In Jesus' mighty name I pray. Amen.
And amen to you, and thank you so much for having us blessed all the time, Delvi.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes, God is good.
I understand you have that collection. The poem, we never get it yesterday, but who get it today?
Oh yeah, I was ready, Mr. Checky, and I'm still ready. I have one right here.
All right. Okay, let's get the poem then.
All right. This one I have is entitled, You Just Don't Know.
Okay. Make us say how much we don't know. Yeah, make us say how much we don't know then.
All right. You just don't know how many nights that mother sat on the bedside, wondering why. Why did it have to be her child? She lost so many tears, she doesn't even remember how to cry. You just don't know how many times she hid her face as he landed a solid punch. Yet the pot is still empty as he drank rum for lunch. You just don't know how that woman has to provide for her 5 kids. Yet when she stands on the street side making $1, she is sometimes called a loose lid. You just don't know how many nights he knelt down to pray as the reminiscence of uncle's hand on his precious brings back anger and fright. You just don't know how many times she lay there alone on that bed, wondering where he may be tonight. In someone's arms or maybe dead, but there is someone who does know, and he knew all along. Every pain, every heartache, everything that went wrong. And he is saying to us, dear child, I've got you. I've never left your side. Give me all your troubles, for my burden is light. Let me hold you. Let me heal you. I promise you I can. Jesus is the someone who does know. He is still a light amidst the darkness and confusion. He knows.
Right, well, thank you very much, Delvi. You just don't know. And maybe you never know, but RC1 is here with us this morning.
Good morning, Delvi. Wonderful poem.
Yeah, wonderful poem. You see,
I wrote that one because I talk to a lot of people, and sometimes we see smiles on the outside, Mr. Checky, and on the inside, in truth, we just don't know. Kind of, they always have a story behind what we see.
Yeah.
But in the midst of all of that, God knows, Jesus knows, and He's the only one who can heal us and can help us,
Yeah,
when we give our burdens to Him.
Yeah, because I heard a line in the poem when you were saying about, you just don't know. You that wake up the morning, you see Johnny cake, you see tortilla, you see bread on the table, but you just don't know where your mom or your dad or whosoever had to go through to get those things. But it goes further than that, right?
Right, yes. You
Yeah.
know, so we have to be conscious of. And I believe now we be conscious because sometimes we treat others in different. Sometimes we treat others mean, and
Yeah.
you don't know whether they, when they gone through or maybe they had a rough night or a rough morning.
Yeah.
We be kind to people, and we don't know whether their story.
Yeah, like Brother David have one song where say, not reading your hype on people thing, cause you don't know where they do forget it. What's right, you don't know where they do for keep it.
Keep it. Right.
You know.
That is so.
But thanks very much, Delvi. And you see this one here, so I want to put this one, put a little check mark on this one and on the Creole one you shared the last time. Because I tell you the work on the project and this one could drop right in it. Of course, you will be part of the project as well. This one could drop in it and the last Creole one you do for it.
All right.
Actually, so you go put a little check mark and when you come on a tongue next time, you give me a little text and then we can sit down and start to plan out this thing. All right?
All right. Sure thing, Mr. Checky.
Thank you very much and have yourself a wonderful day.
Have a great day,
God bless you.
Delvin. God's blessing
Have
for
a
you.
great day, Mr. Campos.
Yeah.
God bless you all as well.
Yeah.
Gracias.
Pues buenos días, RC1.
Muy buenos días, Robert Checky Osher.
Mucho gusto.
Claro que sí, ¿cómo estás?
Bueno, pues muy bien, gracias a Dios.
Ok, bueno, eso es lo que hay que darle gracias a Dios por un nuevo día. Y ese poema que estaba leyendo Delvi es un poema muy cariñoso porque te dice una indicación de los problemas que particularmente las mujeres sufren.
Yeah.
De que las mujeres son muy poderosas cuando viene para cuidar su familia. Tienen un poder muy grande. And when she was talking about the children don't know how she puts food on the table, you know, sometimes she has to work hard, extra with pain. This is what I put. Women providing for her family have powerful strength.
Yeah.
You know, must have powerful strength because, you know, there are many single parents, particularly women, who have raised children, you know, and raising children takes a lot of fortitude because children, particularly in today's age, are very demanding. They are very demanding and they want this and they want that and they go to school, they play their tablets and so on, and the parent will say, you know, here is your little food. No, I don't want that. I want ice cream. Oh, I want that. I want a paleta. And, no, I know I do my homework. Everything you go and say, you deny me. You know, everything you do this. And then he's supposed to study for an exam. He go take exam and come back with an F. You understand? And then he blame Ima, the young person.
Yeah.
And he say, you know what? I go with my pa. No, he go with the pa. He pa know the work. When he go a place, he ask if where your room. They said, "No room. Right there, you want to sleep on a couch and a chair.
Yeah.
You understand? You sleep there, and I sleep on the floor." And then he asked if well, you know, I'm hungry. Where I eat? He said, "Not. See what they did?" He said, "Not the long paletas." So he said, "I mean, eat as much as you want, man. I know I nag you like your ma."
Yeah.
And then eventually, the person come to realize that, you know, he said, well, you see, the pa tell the son, you see, that's why I left your mom because she was nagging.
Yeah.
And then the person realizes that, look, in effect, that's not my fault. It was his fault.
Yeah.
And he go home. And when he go home, he tell him, ma, well, you know what? Your ma said, well, I'm glad to see you and give you the ice cream. He said, no, ma, I don't want the ice cream. You know, I want to study. I want to eat what you put in front of me. And he go hug him and tell him I love it. So we have to understand what women go through, single parents. I mean, you're an example. Yeah. I'm an example. My mother raised 6, 7 children by herself.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and it's difficult, but guess what? Those are the sacrifices that single parents, mothers go through. And the poem, Delvi's poem this morning is so relating.
Yeah, I say
so relating to what's happening in today's society.
Yeah, the poem say you just don't know. So
Right.
you don't know the struggles that they go through.
Exactly. So don't be judgmental. You know, we like to be judgmental and such. And I always say, Chucky, and I think you say the same thing always. Let us show respect.
Yes.
You understand? People go
Yep.
through difficult times, and children in particular need to understand. Be grateful for what your mother gives you. You know, she
Yeah.
does the best, and she wants the best. Every mother loves their child.
Yeah, folks, we are going to ask our C1 to get the weather report ready from the Belize Met Service because we know, like we're in a March right now, right? A March, that a time when people like raise kites and things like that, which is good, but this is when a lot of breeze to blow and so, you know, they got this thing when they call, I think, the River Regatta, RC?
Yes.
They got the River Regatta, that is city, and all over the place. They got kite contests and a lot of things that happen. So we'll see how the wind they blow, how the breeze they blow, what the temperature will be like if you are rain or not rain, and how it's going to be. But now, folks, the time is exactly 60 minutes after 7, and for today's weather report, we go over to RC1.
Thank you, Mr. Robert Chekiosha. This is RC1 with your general weather forecast for today, Wednesday, March 11th, 2020. And this was issued at 6 o'clock this morning. The general situation calls for mainly fair weather conditions will prevail over the sea. The 24-hour forecast, sunny with a few cloudy spells today and partly cloudy tonight with only isolated showers. The winds will be from the east-northeast at 5 to 15 knots. Sea states will be moderate. The temperatures in the coastal areas, 84 degrees Fahrenheit, 29 degrees Celsius. Inland areas, 88 degrees Fahrenheit, 31 degrees Celsius. In the hills, 76 degrees Fahrenheit and 24 degrees Celsius. For Thursday and Thursday night is for mainly fair, warm, and dry conditions. Your astronomical conditions of the tides: high tide today at 11:13 a.m. and lows today at 5:41 p.m. Highs today at 11:52 p.m. and low tomorrow morning at 5:58 a.m. Sunset today at 6:01 p.m. and sunrise today was at 6:03 a.m. Moonset today at 7:42 a.m. that is, and moonrise today at 8:21 p.m. We want to thank forecaster Shania Young from the Belize Met Service for providing us with this weather report.
¿Qué esperamos hoy, RC?
Esperamos temperaturas altas, 84 grados Fahrenheit en las áreas costeras, en la parte interior del país 88 grados Fahrenheit y en los cerros, las montañas 76 grados Fahrenheit. Así que los que se encuentran en las áreas costeras también habrá brisa muy interesante, de 5 a 15 nudos. Así de que esos son vientos que nos da una buena clima, una buena atención para poder navegar el mar por el día de hoy. Y habrá unos chubascos por aquí y por allá, scattered showers. Así de que podemos esperar un día de calor.
Well, thank you very much, RC1. It's 18 minutes after 7 o'clock. Today is Wednesday, RC, and we're supposed to have representation from the East from Minister Aragon's office. So we'll take a break, and then we will be bringing on some messages for you right here on North Television Channel 10. And after these messages, Robert Checker Usher and RC1 will be back with you right here on North Television Channel 10.
Support a thoroughgoing audit of the 21st century at the Lands Department.
2008 right up to 2016.
Audit from 2000 to 2016.
Acres in Tiger Creek, Forage Walk, 3,000 acres, 0.961 hectares, Jaime Briseño, John Briseño, 827.848 square yards to John Briseño, 5.4 acres to John Briseño, and Jaime Briseño, 20 acres in progression to John Briseño. To John Briseño, 6 acres in progression, the all of progressive Gawi, 20 acres freehold to John Briseño, in the river. Eudalo Briseño and Graciano Briseño, 525 acres of land. Graciano Briseño and Eudaldo Briseño.
World-class spaces for Belizean athletes to thrive and fans to enjoy. Our new basketball and multi-purpose arenas have proven their worth, attracting regional and international sporting events and hosting expos, conferences, and proud graduates. Your government moving Belize forward.
Girl, that about time you reach my house.
Girl, you know how things go. I busy with everything. But how you?
Since my son got married the girl far down the road, I left here with this whole addition to this house. And I don't know where I'm going to do with it. But I think I want to rent it out for tourists stay.
Girl, that what you to do? You to sit on Park Gold Mine. If you want to use it for Airbnb, first thing you have to do, the register with BTB. So call me 227-2420 and ask them how to register. After that, everybody had to call you for rent your place. But that what you to do?
Girl, then you tell me if I call BTB?
Did you know that if you own or operate a tourist accommodation, such as a room in your home for cash purposes to any guest, local or foreign, regardless of its location in the country, or if you are registered or advertising such room or property with any booking engine or marketing platform such as Airbnb, by law, you must register with the BTB. If you fail to do so, you commit an offense punishable by fine or imprisonment. For further information or assistance, please contact the BTB at licensing@BelizeTourismBoard.org or telephone 227-2420. You can follow us on Facebook too.
Have you ever noticed the development that's taking place in your town or in your city? Maybe it's because you've been too busy enjoying the results. More for Belizeans, more for Belize, the government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Take a journey with us to endless possibilities. Our future as a country is now. DigiNet Boost is countrywide. Taking Belize into the future. Nationwide technological evolution. As the most advanced fiber connection, DigiNet Boost is a step forward into a modern world. Belize is powered by DigiNet. DigiNet Boost, now available countrywide.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show, RC1, 24 minutes after 7.
Así es, son las 7 con... ¿Qué dice aquí? 7:25.
7:25.
Las 7 con 25 minutos esta mañana. Hoy es miércoles.
Yep.
Es un nuevo día y queremos darle gracias a Dios, a todos, por abrir una nueva ventana para nosotros. Y muy buenos días a todos. Que tengan un buen día y gracias por estar con nosotros en Sugar City Morning Show en Nortevisión, Canal 10.
Well, RC1, it's another day.
Yes.
You know, I was...
you were?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was looking at part of the Senate sitting yesterday.
Yes.
You know, I don't really know what was the topic at the Senate yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
But when Senator Hulse spoke, RC, man, he brought out so many things from so many millions that was given to the past government. Annually, among a miles to yard, I mean, so much millions that never done. some soybean project where they got the
Yo Creek.
so much millions, they never done, and equipment's gone. Then the road for pave from Orange Walk to San Felipe, nothing happened. Some bridge was so much million, then some part of road in Belize City. So many millions that was allocated for those projects, and nothing happened, RC.
Well, you see, remember we spoke yesterday about the National Assembly, where the budget was presented.
Yes.
And during the budget presentation, there are other business of the House where you present a supplementary budget for the House to approve, which is a procedure allowed under the Constitution of Belize. So when it went to the Senate, it passed the House, it goes to the higher house now, the Senate. When it goes to the Senate now, the opposition debate again, like in the National Assembly it will be, the opposition representatives begin to question, well, you know, why this and why that, not knowing that they just didn't do their history. They didn't go through and review that they, during their tenure, the opposition, have millions and millions of dollars in supplementary from pre-independence. Imagine pre-independence, independence like so.
Yeah.
That was never presented to the House. So whatever the UDP government is doing, the UDP government is coming to do the right thing, which is authorized and it's legal by the Constitution. So what the Prime Minister is doing is legal and is correct. Now, because the PUP want to confuse the people, want to confuse them because of politics, they will paint a picture, oh, you know, for do this, you can't do this. Hey, in the National Assembly and in the Senate, it's not like you're out on the street, like right here, me and you, they have one discussion.
Yes.
The Senate and the House of Representatives have guidelines which are monitored and guided by standing orders. Okay? Standing orders. And you must comply with the standing orders and stick to the issues. Now, what the opposition is doing, all they're doing is politicking. They say, oh, the people, they listen to me, we tell them this, so we gain their sympathy, and then so we could be able to get political mileage. But at the end of the day, when the truth comes out, so what Senator Godwin Hulse, leader of a government business in the Senate, was doing, he said, look, uno they talk about where uno can see, uno go to Belize City, uno can see all the roads where Mayor Bradley do. You can look across this country at the infrastructure and look at the inauguration of all the donor agencies to Belize. It's being inaugurated and completed. When you go to what the opposition and the PUP used to do, you hear the money spent, but you not see nothing.
So I
you not see nothing.
The money just go down the drain just like that.
Well, they not tell nobody, and I think people need to ask them. You know, it's just like the leader of the opposition says, you know, bring back the millions. I could tell you who the names if I want. And he needs to come clean with the people. If you want to fight corruption, like he says, he needs to start with his home, within his party, to show and tell people, you know, the millions of dollars that the PUP took out of the country, as I had mentioned to you earlier in a pre-recording, allegedly that you know, those in my camp in the government, these are the people who took out the millions, and I will tell you who they are, because I mean, you need to know, and we need to start a new chapter. But he refuses to do that because they're not truthful to themselves. They're only playing politics because they want to create a sentiment. But the people of Belize, anywhere you go in this country, you can see the development that started from 2008 when it started, and it continues up to today. So there is no stop with the work that the UDP is doing. And when you elect a government to work for you, that's exactly what they do, work for you. And the UDP has continued to work for the people of this country.
When I heard Senator Hulse did that presentation yesterday, RC, it reminded me of what you were saying with the representative from the European Union. Because prior to pre-2008, when they leave freeze when it comes to international projects and so on.
They stop it. And prior to 2000, in the middle of 2007, the agencies of the world says, I not give PUP no more money. I not give you no nothing. We not spend the money, we not say nothing, and I not give no account for it.
So they got the groundbreaking ceremonies, but
that's it.
That's it.
And the money spent, and you don't see nothing.
Let me talk. I think the senator also mentioned about so. I think I stand to be corrected about 7 million for some Galleria Maya too.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a big hotel, you know, by the free zone on the right hand side where the bush there.
Oh.
They're supposed to build this big contentious thing there.
International thing, no?
Yes, and guess what? The money spent, you don't see nothing. And you, I don't have to be angry with any PUP. When you go to a free zone or Chatham on the right hand side, you see all the bush. It just close your eyes and imagine that the PUP is supposed to be built on Galleria Maya, big international building there that would bring revenue to the country, and all you want to see is bush.
The money may don't come for that too, right?
And you spend on nothing. You have nothing to show for it. Nada.
Yeah, I listened to that presentation from Senator House, and then sometimes some people say, why he the talk so? Why he they bring up them things?
Well, because the topic of discussion is you're talking about coming to the house and presenting things. And the UDP does the correct thing. They say, look, man, we start to put a building, and then you find out that 3/4 of the way, because our prices and things, it grew up on a few dollars, the prices go up.
Mm-hmm.
The projects have to go up, so you have to find extra funds to finish that project and so. But you come to the house and tell the house, the National Assembly and the Senate, look, because of this growth, we had to do this, and we're coming here for approval and done. That is totally legal. Totally legal.
Yeah.
But they didn't do it. They violated the same constitution by not coming to the house. And the Prime Minister and a leader of government business in the National Assembly and Gadu Health's leader of government business in the Senate show that to the people that, you know, what the opposition is trying to do is trying to say that you no good, you no good. They're trying to pinpoint individually. Look at the work.
But
Look at the work.
the Honorable Syed Musa said, no, watch me, watch yourself.
Well, that's exactly what they said. And the next one, what he said? Has
You can't stand the heat in the kitchen.
Well, of course, because the United Democratic Party has been working. When you look at all that is being done, has been done, and continue to be done. I mean, the United States is going through a campaign for election right now, and the things that people are saying that are being done, they can see it. So, I mean, believes we have to look at around the world what is happening, and we will realize what a great government with the UDP we have, because we have been doing the work for the people.
But when you look on people, RC, some people take it in a way that you could build bridge, you could build street. That no means nothing to me because I hear you crooked, I hear you do this, I hear you do that. But then you have to look two ways. Well, you just can't look on one way and say, oh, okay, remember that thing here with John and a lot of allegations. But then what happened is now you think maybe they try to distract people and say, well, oh, make we lick shot on this and make them forget this. But then the Honorable House brought it out yesterday.
Well, that's exactly the point. The UDP is doing so many good things that the opposition no one hear, the people hear it, so they create a distraction. It's called a political distraction. So you talk about something else. Oh, make we talk about it so people don't notice what the UDP government they do. It's a political distraction. It's things that they think of what to say and what to do, so the people don't look at what the government is doing. But let me tell you something. Whether you vote for the UDP or you don't, let me tell you this. And let me bring it closer to Orange Walk. Say the beautiful people from San Carlos and in your church and San Felipe, Gaspari, Trinidad, San Lazaro, York Creek, all the way to Orange Walk. Before that highway was paved under the United Democratic Party government, it was a dirt road.
Yep.
Burn more gas. Take longer for come to town.
Struts, tires.
You destroy your vehicle, your tires. You understand? Now, you come and you ride with it and you go back and forth quickly and say, oh, en 20 minutos ya estoy en your church.
And also, RC, one time people may buy a vehicle in a year, you no puede comprar ese carro.
Yes, no.
Okay, ese carro, el camino está mal. No people buy get more than vehicles.
Right, but see, the work continues. It don't stop. It continues. It continues, and the UDP continues every year in its budget to do another project because you can't do everything at one time. But you can see, and the people all the way from there. How can the PUP represent them? Oh, the government don't do nothing. No, when you put how much you save on tires, how much you save on strut, how much you save on gasoline.
Yeah, wear and
You
tear.
are being helped. And sometimes they say, no, it take a little while, make you understand what you have.
Yeah, and the farmers, they will bring out their vegetables and so RC. It make it much easier for them and encourage them more because they're spending less. Sometimes the people, they bring the goods to town and they not reach today. They reach till the next day because they broke down a strut, broke or one.
This is what we'll do. We'll get a list of all those things that Senator Godwin holds.
Yeah.
And we'll have a program and we're going to show it and read it out.
Yeah, also RC, when time there are projects come to Belize that Belize is qualified right now to get funding agency to fund some of these projects, most of the projects that the government brought on stream. You know that with all of the amount of buses that are leaving all over the country to go into Belize City, these people are working. Maybe they are saying, but they're not going to go up on those streets that Belize, but they have places in Belize. Let's put like the places where selling construction materials, steel and everything. Then their roads use these tools and equipments and so people ain't got work, RC. People ain't got work, things they sell, things they happen. They're not under the direct impact where people work on the highway.
Let me give you an honest example of what work is. Work is finding a way to provide for yourself and your family. How a friend named, you know the man, right at Trial Farm, that he bump. Every day they sell a bread.
Oh, Christopher, the young boy.
Christopher, young boy.
Yes.
Every day. The guy leaves sack of flour with the family, bake a bread, sweet bread, the Johnny cake and so. And every afternoon, the young man is there, you know, fighting for a living.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, he make a $50, $60, $70 every day. Humility, he humble, everything is packed neatly, sealed nice and presentable, and he makes an effort to do something for himself and his family and his mother.
Yep.
Now, you see, there are examples that we can talk about where people take the initiative to say, you know, I cannot depend or will not depend when people will give me hands out. I must do something. And I always say, Chucky, I mean, in our days, you know, all we used to sell with bread, all we used to go sell, I remember selling Cata Brut and selling tableta and all these things, you know, and when we walk around then days, we go barefooted and we go ask, you want to buy tableta, good morning, good afternoon or whatever, you know, but we get trained in this thing that, if the government not give you, don't give it. The government will give you this and that.
Yeah.
Because of what? Because of persistence of selected information that the media give you.
Yeah, and you see RC, like talking about Christopher that sells out there, they have a lot of other people sell all over, but check this, who are the persons that buy? The same persons where they go work and so?
Look, my brother Cheng. My brother Cheng, no, Ghana High School. My brother Cheng, that's at House Street where I grew up, that was a humble boy.
Yeah.
He get up 2-3 in the morning for prepare things, 2-3 in the morning, and then he go back and bring his stuff. At the end of the day, you see check on the wife, right there they sell the tacos, making an honest living.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not a matter of how much education or how much degree you have on paper. It's the will to want to work.
Yeah, RC, but also you see that when they say they sign a contract and a contractor gets so much money, let's say they say a contractor get $5 million. That $5 million is not just here for the contractor, no. It brings the money into the system, the economic growth, because they have to buy all the materials.
Yes.
So when they buy all the material, then people will sell the material, and so then that goes back into the system.
Machinery, fuel, employment, clearing of land, drains, bridges. You have to sometimes go through private property. You have to negotiate, pay for these things and whatnot. So it's not just building a road, but some of the media and the people don't want you to believe, that's just this road.
And that one person gets so much money.
Yeah. So it's what you call misinformation, and that is what the opposition does. Gives the people misinformation. But when you break it down and you find out exactly, you know, somebody building a house, you buy gravel, sand, cement, steel, rebar, what some of the people call it, rebar, and the blocks and so on. Say, but the only one wall But before you get a wall, you have to put the foundation and all of that going. You know, see what they underneath the ground.
And if the people no got a job, they can't construct, they can't build.
So the opposition is trying to create a scenario, a political trick to the Belizeans, say, oh, you know, look at what they do. What therefore say, look where we never do when we got the money, and we could have do it. You understand?
Yes.
So
yes.
if I know that you are a group that then give you money for the things and you not do it, you think I want to give you again? You think I should give you again? You want to give one contractor, you know, I mean, look, man, the PUP, they play all kind of tricks on people, but you know the work. People have good eyes and they can see.
That like RC, if you that tell me, boy, you know what, say $50, yeah, go chop me yard.
Yeah.
When you look, I know gonna chop your yard. And then you say, all right, I got a next day project there. I got something down there, so I go paint my house to me. You give me money again, I no paint your house. Yeah. Then you want me to go climb your tower and fix a wire. I no fix your wire. So when I come back to you the next time and you say all of them things, you know they look for fool with me.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
You're fired.
That's right. That's right. That's
Let's
right.
go on a break, RC.
We're going to take a short break and we'll be right back.
Potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
Our economy benefits when goods and mobile services get to their destination quickly. When citizens are able to travel without frustration and undue hurdles, everyone benefits as well. The government of Belize is happy to announce the imminent upgrades to the Corozal-Sartaneja Road. 27 miles of road will be upgraded to paved standards and will include the replacement of 2 ferries with new bridges.
Why is it that we're going to invest in Sartaneja? Why is it that we have to take $50 million to invest in an area where we do not have a political directorate? We believe that as a government, we have to provide a service to all Belizeans.
Well, this for the village of Chunosh is a big advantage both ways. Sometimes when we got sickness, we got people sick at the clinic there, women. When we reach at the ferry, can't pass, 45 minutes have to wait. So now this road will benefit whole village, Chunosh, Sartaneja, and Copperbank, and part of Progreso too. Well, it's really important for us.
I know that our village is not so much developed with tourism because it's a remote village. And for that reason, we don't have a lot of tourism over there. But now with this upgrading of the road and the pavement of the road, I believe and I think that it will be much beneficial for us and for everybody.
More for Belizeans, more for Belize, the government of Belize. Moving Belize forward. The San Ignacio-Santa Elena Bypass project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize. immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
The soup not got no taste. I can't even feed it to my dog. It needs no salt. And I have no salt. I don't have no money. I wonder when this man I get paid. John! I hope you know that down the street they played no bad picnic.
Mom, you know what? I just came from Miss Mary's house and she said she was renting her extra room on air something.
It's Airbnb, John. Didn't you listen to the BTB? Did you know it ad last week on television?
Okay, Mom, Airbnb. But still, we have an extra room and we could rent for extra cash for my new school books.
That's a good idea, John. We'd have to first register it with the BTB. But I don't have time for that right now. I need salt.
But babe, you know something? John is right, we need money, but we need to get it the correct way, so we need to register the room. I wish I may know about this before. Let's go, son. Let's go register the room one time at BTB.
But I need some salt. John! 2 of a kind.
Did you know that if you own or operate a tourist accommodation, such as a room in your home for cash purposes to any guest, local or foreign, regardless of its location in the country, or if you're registered or advertising such room or property with any booking engine or marketing platform such as Airbnb, by law, you must register with the BTB. If you fail to do so, you commit an offense punishable by fine or imprisonment. For further information or assistance, please contact the BTB at licensing@belizetourismboard.org or telephone 227-2420. You can follow us on Facebook too.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's 10 minutes away from 8 o'clock. RC1 Robert Checker Usher right here on the Sugar City Morning Show live on Norte Televisión Channel 10. And RC, we have a guest this morning.
Sí, pero antes de eso son las 7:50, 10 minutos para las 8 de la mañana.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if we're on the East Radio this morning, but usually on Wednesdays when the minister is here, we're on the East Radio. But we got Mr. Robert Pitt this morning representing the minister. Good morning, Mr. Pitt. Welcome to the show.
Morning, my brother. How are you, Robert?
I'm good, sir.
All right,
Very
good to see you. How's the morning?
Well, chilly morning, good morning.
Yeah.
Then kind of morning go run, right?
All right.
Well, when it's chilly, I don't go run. I prefer staying in bed. I leave it longer.
Yeah,
A good reason to stay there.
make use of your occasion.
That's right.
So,
Together with her?
Yeah, but it's good to have you here, Brother Pitt.
Yeah,
And
thank
I
you very
know
much.
that last week you called and, in respect of your fallen brothers that served in the Belize Defense Force.
Yeah, wing. Yes. I had to do that because I want the nation to know that I am a pioneer of the Belize Defense Force. We were one of the first personnel in the BDF when the BDF began in 1978, January 1978.
So you're part of the first crew?
Of course, we are the first.
Okay.
We are the pioneers of the Belize Defense Force, and I'm proud to be alive today to see the BDF where it is today. But a lot is left to done in the BDF to get more technology and such. But it's sad to know that we lost 4 fallen brothers, 2 major and 2 corporals. And I sympathize with the family, and I always be sympathized with any soldier within the Belize Defense Force.
Yeah, well, RC1, Mr. Pitt is here this morning, and he has an agenda for this talk show today.
yes. Also, brother Pitt, we know that in security there's always upgrading, there's always improvement. And recently there was the recruit of squad, 94 was it?
1994 with like a 211.
How many that was?
211 police officers.
New police officers. Is this a record?
It is for the first time in the history of Belize that we ever have so many people pass out at one time. And it's good to know that we have, I think, 47 females. Okay. Women police officers.
47 females.
Females.
Okay,
I can be stand corrected, no? But I think that's the number.
But anyway, it's a proportionate number of female in it, no?
You can see how much the women are getting into the work.
Happened there, right?
Yeah, right.
Here you see them.
Where was that held, Brother Pitt?
That was held in the Belmopan, the academy, police academy. The guest speaker was...
So professionally looking, no?
Right. The guest speaker was the Minister of National Security and the Attorney General, Mr. Michael Perfeet.
Speak up a little bit more, please.
Michael Perfeet was the inspection officer or the guest speaker. And also there was the Honorable Patrick Fawa and Elodie Aragon, my area representative, champion of the East. That's the real champion of the East, right? Yeah. Elodie Aragon. That's the champion of the East. Who will be re-elected come in general election day 2020. Definitely will be re-elected as our representative.
So as we look at the new recruit, the recruit that is recruit number, squad number 94,
right.
200 plus strong new police officers to go into the communities of this country. So I assume they're going to be dispersed in all the districts.
All the different districts.
All the districts, yeah. So that the security will be boosted. You understand that,
right,
and that
right.
There is more interaction with the community and so
exactly,
to ensure that
right.
And I believe that the more the citizens get an opportunity to talk to the police officers, like in the past we used to talk to one another, and you get to know the neighborhoods and whatnot. Yep. The policing becomes much more attentive and community focused.
Right. That is what the police is all about today. Right. And it's good to know that we have so many numbers of people from the Orange Walk district itself, young citizens of Orange Walk, men and women who are police officers from Orange Walk. I don't know where they went, but I know that there's some is here in Orange Walk as we speak, right? Right, this came to Orange Walk. How much I don't know. If I even know, I will not give the number neither, right?
All right. So, but young people today meet Chucky and Robert. They're really meeting the challenge. They know what goes into security because almost on a regular basis, I don't want to say daily, regular basis, you have young men and women who are interested in applying to get into the police force, to get into the Belize Defense Force,
Coast Guard,
etc. And in most, even in small communities, like even in villages, you can see the little recruitment of what you call it. The cadets.
Okay. You have the scouts and things
right, where you have the training
right.
at an early age.
Disciplinary body.
Precisely, that is what I want to say.
Disciplining body.
To instill discipline in the young people. But, you know, it's very interesting that when you see the young people wanting voluntarily to apply, then you question how it is that people are always talking about the police, because, you know, people volunteer to go and be of service to your community and country. And we're very proud of those who have passed, the new recruit of 34, and we want to wish them well,
right.
and God's blessings, of
Right.
course.
But let me say this as well, RC1 and Robert, that I am proud of the people of the villages within the Orange Walk district. They are the people who wants to be into the police. They more have that ambition to be something for their country and serve the country. And I will praise village like Douglas, Guinea Grass. These are the people who are more in the army and the police and the Coast Guard. So our village people in Orange Walk district are doing much better than some of our people in town.
Yeah, but it goes to show that there's always inspiration.
Right.
Inspiration. There's a reason why I want to go on. Inspiration is one, to know that, you know, I take valor at its hand and I want to participate. See, and then you have to go and get your application. You have to take your test.
Right.
Yeah. You want individually.
Mm-hmm.
So it shows national commitment for Belize, and that is very, very significant too. To say that the UDP government supports the recruitment of these young people so that we can have a better, a safer community and country. At the same time, recognizing the talents and abilities of our young
people. Right.
Talking about that, brothers, Brother Peter, RC1 mentioned some great words there. But we listen to the eulogies and the different persons acknowledging our past brothers, the BDF, and so we heard of the commitment and the passion that they had to that they had in themselves to be part of the force. Joining the police force, is it a job, a career? You have to have the passion for it, or you just go join it because you want a job?
Well, there is people definitely. Let's be honest about it. There is people who will take it, only see it as a job.
Okay.
But there will be people who will see it as a career, because they are thinking that when I become a recruit, I am being the next commissioner of police,
right,
or the next commandant of the Belize Defense Force. That's career, or I will be a pilot, or I will be something within the Belize Defense Force.
That was the passion of the Honorable Elodia in China as well, right?
Because he was the second in command, being the commissioner.
Oh, he
of police.
started as a PC.
He started in the Belize volunteer element, like the BDF element,
that's
and then went into become a constable.
Yeah, he said he mentioned here on the show that he was working at the court.
Yes,
as well, right, exactly.
And when he saw these cases coming up, he said, you know what? The passion they come to me for me to become a police officer.
But these are nation builders. These are the real nation builders. You call like my good friend Elodie Aragon Jr. We call them nation builders. They look at from the young age. Okay, I want to go here the next year, and he makes steps. And today he is the air representative. He's the Deputy Minister of National Security at this time, one of the highest ranking within our armed forces in Belize.
Yeah. So I want to wish them the best, RC. Everyone that have graduated or passed out, I want to encourage others that when these announcement comes around again, go and apply. We always announce it right here on Norte Vision, the criteria, what you need. So we want to encourage you. If you never make it in at the last recruit, then
try again.
Yeah.
Try again.
Going to come around again.
It will come again, because this government will definitely employ more people, because we need more officers within our country, and our government of the United Democratic Party is doing a great job by employing more officers for the security of this country.
Right. So what else you have on the agenda this morning, Brother
We
Peter?
also have donation of soccer balls to the...
No. Let me get straight to our viewers. You are talking about Orange Walk East.
Orange Walk East. Oh.
No, so
let's be specific. Let's be specific, right?
Right. I mean,
Tower Hill is part of Orange Walk East, and the area representative have donated some soccer balls to Tower Hill for the youths that they can play football. And I always say this again, under the leadership of the Elodie Aragon Jr., that the Tower Hill football field has electricity, like they can play late in the evening in the field. And also, and I just track back a little bit with my good friend and my honorable friend, right? They, when they were in government, they were the one, along with Elodie Aragon Sr., had built the football field, and today Elodie Aragon Jr. put up the light for the people of Tower Hill. So
they feel like
only the UDP works for the people of
So they feel light up then?
Yes, man. Them boy could play football all night long, right? So we have that for the...
Well, that's consideration for the young people, and that shows that we were talking about doing your job.
Yeah.
We were talking all about doing the job. The Honorable Elodie Aragon Jr. has been fulfilling his duties
exactly as a representative, right?
Under the
United Democratic Party.
While you're under football lights, are there any other football fields that have been electrified and put lights?
The beautiful village of Santa Marta by the Honorable Elodie Aragon, and even the village itself have experienced some more light within the village on the street lights and such, and even the residents was very fortunate under the leadership of Elodie Aragon Jr. to get electricity within their community. I am saying to this, anybody who tells you that my area representative Elodie Aragon Jr. is not working, they are lying themselves. They're lying nobody, themselves. They are lying.
Yeah, because everybody can see it, everybody can feel it, right?
Yeah. What else you got for us?
Then we have a donation to our beautiful next door village, almost Jenopton, Palmer.
Yes.
For the fiesta. That's for the national culture.
Support for culture, local
culture. Right, exactly. The Mayeros and whatever we call them, right?
Okay.
And that will be this weekend. They will have that. The minister has also made a big donation to the committee that runs the.
I can recall in the department that the honorable minister called to intervene to get a free liquor license for them also.
Oh, good.
So that should be coming in shortly, no?
Yeah, because that will be this weekend. And,
yes.
This weekend, this weekend we
have
have that.
Working with your community.
With the community. Then if we go to Santa Marta, we have a little, and my brother on my right can tell you that we have a little problem with the water system in Santa Marta with the
What's
reservoir.
the problem? Water?
We have water, but the water is coming out with a little color like red or something or the other, so we're having a problem. So there's a new site being built, but we cleared down in Santa Marta to put a new reservoir, a new well for the villagers of Santa Marta. That's a project going at this time.
Okay.
Done under the leadership of the Honorable Elodie Aragon. So we can see that every village are getting something under the leadership of the Honorable Elodie Aragon. It might be a little, but it is something that helps the community there, right? So
it's not little. The Department of Rural Development has already sent their technical people out there to look at the site and already preparation for drilling of a brand new well, a production well. What
the equipment is out there as we speak.
Yes,
as we speak,
well.
They're right. As we speak, the equipment is out
they
there.
had to get the bigger rig,
right?
Because the smaller one not go through, and when there are rocks and so formation, you need the bigger rig to do that. So
And Santa Maria is a very rocky area as well.
Yes.
RC1 is a very rocky area, and that I can remember about it. Santa
So,
Maria.
with the pledge of the Honorable Elodie Aragon Jr. when he ran for convention before the election, these pledges are coming true.
Exactly, because if I go back to Santa Marta, as I said, back in 2014, when he was elected as the standard bearer for the United Democratic Party, it was impossible to reach Santa Marta because I used to travel there to meet with the people in Santa Marta, and getting to Santa Marta will take you 3 hours. The road was so terrible. But now, under the leadership of Elodie Aragon Jr., it's a much better road today. I don't tell you have the paved road like we have in York Creek and such, but it is better than it was under the People's United Party.
But one thing we can say, you know, again, the opposition likes to talk about forgetfulness. Santa Marta had been under domain and rules of the People's United Party, and they abandoned. It is only now, under the leadership of the Honorable Aragon Jr., that Santa Marta is getting their due attention and getting things that are being done because they elected a UDP representative who works for them. So, I mean, again, we're going back, Chucky.
Yes.
You know, it takes a while for people to see something. Say, you don't know where you're at till you lose it.
Yeah, you lose it, exactly.
And a lot of people are complaining, oh, the road. But guess what? In the past, they complain about the road, but nobody. Whenever there is a little information of attention, it's being given. So again, the people need to understand that we ask them to understand is that whenever our representatives or our UDP representatives put themselves to do a work, it gets done.
Yes, I agree with you, because if you notice, just in Santa Marta Road going towards where Carmelita, before you get to where Bill Jones, they had a culvert every 6 months. You need to replace it because it sinks. And so one day I mentioned to the area representative, we need to do something better than that. And he said, what do you recommend? We can buy some culverts and put big culverts inside that area. And today it's like 2-3 years it's there. And no more we have any cave-in. Wow. Then we gone as Santa Marta to New Land. We put in a good bridge for the people, for the community of the Mennonites in New Land. They are also happy with the area representative. Unfortunately, those guys don't vote though. They are also.
But New Land is in Corozal district.
It is. Yeah. But what happened that the people from Santa Marta gets employed there and gets money. So we are taking care of our people who live in Santa Marta that they can go to New Land.
Okay. No. I'm just saying. I'm just saying for.
I know you are saying that's for sure that we are taking care of as far as people in the district of Corozal, right?
No, you're supporting work for the people in Santa Marta.
Exactly.
Simply put.
And also this past weekend, we had a barbecue committee. The East Committee had a barbecue sale. I'll be honest, I cannot give you a rundown on it because a financial report is not handed over to us, because since it was a holiday on Monday and yesterday was a busy day with doing another thing where I was doing another thing and I didn't touch base with the treasurer and the committee. But as soon as we get something, we will definitely give the committee.
But I sure you could say something about it though. The barbecue nice.
Well, I wasn't here. Unfortunately for me, we say I was at the Pasino parade in the along with
nice barbecue.
Of course it does. Of course it does, right? Of course it does. And we always want to be timely with our barbecue and make sure we have everything.
Yes, I saw the crew out there when I was leaving to go to Doublehead, because I went to Doublehead on Saturday and I saw the crew out there under the tent. It was too early for me to stop and pick one up.
But yes, I know, Robert, because sometimes you say, you know what, I buy food too early, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And then sometimes when you got a Doublehead and then place you got the Hickory white rice. So give that meat or something.
But in terms of, you talk about the football fields and lighting and so, now when there are activities that take place, sometimes you got football, you got softball, but right now mostly football is the season for football.
Yes, it is.
How do your group and your team participate? You give them trophies, you work with them.
If you look at it, if you look at it right now, yes, we are giving trophies to Santa Marta. Trophies donation to Santa Marta.
They're having a marathon?
Yes, they do. They will have it. Then we have also for Champion Ridge, the village of Champion Ridge. We just donated we call it softball for the ladies, and it's very expensive equipment. They're supposed to be very expensive. But the honorable representative made his way and get those equipment for the people of Champion Ridge, and I am happy for that. And also a volleyball trophies to Champion Ridge by the honorable representative as well.
This was used during the Champion Ridge Fair? Or
certainly,
I will discontinue.
There's something to do with that, right?
Competition coming up.
Right, that's all right.
Yeah, you can see the trophies here on your screen.
But that's a big trophy.
Yes, man, some beautiful trophies.
And they look like you got trophy for everybody there. You got the winners, participation, and trophies you got there. That's good. That's good. So everybody's included.
Right? And I think the representative is
beautiful trophies.
A very good job, because we also, and I also mentioned this in the Proper Orange Walk East.
And you can see the young people there who benefit from the support for education,
exactly right,
and sports from the Honorable Minister.
But I like you use the word RC1 about education. The honorable representatives over about $200,000 have assisted people with education assistance for young Belizean, right? Yeah. Which is something we're through the Ministry of Education. Yeah. So that is good. And I always tell people, you know what, this assistance for education wasn't something that is just born under the UDP, was something honored from the George Price days, but only selected peoples under the PUP in the time they used to get assistance. Yeah. You only started open up when we had a gentleman of the Right Honorable Esquivel, when we started opening up the Belizean, the poor Belizean people is under the UDP. It started opening, and this under this present UDP government, it get much bigger, which is
that's good to see, Brother Piet. We need to go for a break shortly, but. When we come back, we want to hear about what the minister, the area representative for Orange Walk East, under the United Democratic Party, is doing when it comes to the community of the East in the town area.
Right, certainly.
Because we have the town area. We mentioned about the villages,
Villages, right.
but we have the town area, but we need to take a break, no?
Right.
So I need to pay my bill.
Yeah.
So,
Certainly need to pay your bills, right?
Yeah, so folks, we'll be taking a break right here. It's exactly 10 minutes after 8 o'clock. RC1, Mr. Robert Pate and Robert Checker Usher right here on the Sugar City Morning Show. We'll be back after these messages right here on North Television, Channel 10.
4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el balancín. Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Roche France, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Roche France.
The ongoing technological evolution constantly transforms the way we live our lives. The introduction of our national fiber network creates the opportunity for Belizeans to live the digital lifestyle. Today, Digi is proud to introduce Dana, Belize's first artificially intelligent automated assistant. Dana is the modern customer service experience. Available 24/7, Dana can provide Digi prepaid and postpaid customers with directory information, credit and plan balances, product and promo information, and more. Just talk to Dana. Want to check your credit balance? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, what's my credit balance?
New Digi promotions? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, any new Digi promotions?
Dial 113 for directory assistance and dial 119 to talk to Dana. Digi remains committed to introducing the latest in cutting-edge technologies, transforming Belize one technology at a time. Try Dana today.
Thank you for calling Digi Customer Service.
And we also asked Fonseca about a recording secretly made of former party leader John Briceño when he was putting Fonseca on serious blast. So we asked Fonseca about it today.
John Briceño, he has gone mad. We really have to sit back and reflect on what he's saying. Launching this tirade, this attack, is absolutely disgraceful and difficult to understand. But the truth is, in any other country, with a few exceptions, had them made such outlandish statements, this man would be forced to resign, to demit office immediately.
"2019 was a milestone year for overnight tourist arrivals in Belize. There were over 500,000 overnight tourist arrivals, a new record for Belize. Over the past decade, Belize's overnight tourism sector has grown by more than 100%, increasing from 241,000 in 2010 to just over 503,000 in 2019. The National Sustainable Tourism Master Plan set a goal to achieve 556,000 overnight stays by 2030. With 10 years to go, we've already achieved 90% of this goal. This success can be attributed to aggressive marketing initiatives, new international flights, and working closely with local and international agencies and partners. The BTB thanks our tourism stakeholders for your role in this remarkable achievement. Together, we will continue to grow Belize's image as the best destination in the region.
Someone come? Yes, someone coming. Let's go. Sa. Fastest question of the day. Why you the letter here?
Who sent me the letter?
That sign right there. You can't read?
Well, make I tell you something. In this here community, everybody dump here, so me just dump my garbage right here.
So if somebody jump off a bridge, you that do it too?
No, man. No.
You never know that littering is an environmental crime and Department of the Environment can charge you for that?
Why is that a crime?
Because you pollute the same environment you live in, dirtying the same land and water you use. You don't even know that you dumping garbage can make you and your family sick by attracting disease-carrying pests, and the Department of the Environment just to try help we take care of the we environment.
So all of that? Well, now that you put it that way.
license, brother. That's that. Fastest question of the day.
This message is brought to you by the Department of the Environment.
Look at the people leading the PUP anti-corruption charade. The $3 million man, who the US Ambassador Dieter wrote to Washington about credible reports that he accepted a $3 million bribe for an oil contract which he used to purchase his cable company. The malignant tumor, who diverted tens of millions of dollars sent from Venezuela for medicine and housing for the poor to settle his friend's private UHS debt. Mr. 666, who while he was Minister of Education, over $666,000 meant for scholarships to poor students was diverted to friends and cronies. Even a 4-year-old got thousands of dollars under this scam. Baby Toomer, who is the principal in the company that received $3.5 million for a piece of land close to the Philip Golson Airport. Belize, these are the leaders of your new PUP.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. RC1, it's 18 minutes after 8 o'clock.
Son las 8:18 minutos.
That's right, and we're here with Brother Robert Pate this morning, representing the minister from Orange Walk East. Before we went on the break, Brother Pate, you were mentioning about we were mentioning about the projects that the area representative has done in the rural areas of Orange Walk East. Now we have one big part of Orange Walk East that is in town. What's the proximity? What area in town east?
Okay, if you look at the Palmer Bungie Road and the Louisiana Road, all of that is in Orange Walk East, the Pasadena area, and all of the cemetery. From the cemetery where it's Muffles Street, go back to the Riverside, way into the whole of the lower Louisiana area, and then right up to the Bungie Road. Then from there, from after the Louisiana Road, way back into the Belize Corozal Road or the Philip Golson Highway, and from the Philip Golson Highway into the Pasadena area, the Father Larry is one of the last streets where I live on. That's the Orange Walk East. So we have a very, very, very huge area in the Orange Walk East. And I am so happy to know that my area representative, along with WASA, had putting some water in that last street. And we are looking at other areas at this time that need water, that we can get more expansion of water to our people for Orange Walk East, because it's very important water for water and electricity. We are trying to lighten up the areas with electricity on street lights and things like that. So there's an ongoing program
within the town limits.
Ongoing programs. There is also just recently we had the bleachers in the Louisiana football field was repaired, and I must also thank BTL. They came in and gave us some community project on that as well. Okay. Team up with the Orange Walk East area representative. So I am happy to have them, and there are other business community who assist us with somehow or the other with little things like pedestrian ramps and things like that. Where now we are looking at getting other things done in the Orange Walk East in the pipeline. What we want to We're not like the People's United Party. They point in the sky and say they will do anything. We are looking at the pipeline to get things done in Orange Walk East just before the next general election.
Well, pertaining to that earlier, RC1 and myself.
Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah.
Because from Baker Street go up all the way.
It's central.
On the left-hand side of the
by,
road.
By Gillette Speed Mark.
Gillette Speed Mark is in Orange Walk East, San Antonio Road. That is
San Antonio Road.
And right that way. That's also in the red.
Right. So that we have clarity in exactly where
right.
the boundaries from Central.
Yeah, but where the fire station is in common on Orange Walk Center. That side of the San Antonio Road. Right. But where Derek Meat Mark is there, that is the Orange Walk East way from De La Fuente.
Yeah.
Or what was it called? Wards Lane. Remember
Wards Lane. Remember
Wards Lane, right?
Yeah.
From Wards Lane.
Well, neighborhood, don't you?
Yeah,
that's right. Robert used to live in an area for true, right?
Yeah.
You got Wards Lane up to Albert Ranch, where that is Orange Walk East, where Albert is. That's his Orange Walk East on that left-hand side going to the beautiful village of York Creek, no?
Yeah. But earlier, RC1 and myself were talking a little bit on the presentation that the Honorable Senator Godwin Hulse made at the sitting at the Senate yesterday. Pertaining to that, someone sent a text and say, "Good morning, guys. For how long and monies was allocated for the highway from Orange Walk to Blue Creek under the PUP until it was done under the UDP administration?"
Well, that particular road, if you can recall, Chucky, at that time, we were very much active.
Yes.
Right by the electricity board.
We used to call
it power station.
The
power station. As you cross the Lee Bridge, one sign with the bridge, the road, they come. With BB. Then you see another sign beside Musa. the road, they come. And then they put another one, the third one, the road, they come. But this last one, the road they come, I think I'm a plywood or something, it disintegrated and even fall down.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes, yeah.
So when that fell down, that was when the election was called and UDP won. You understand? So that the people put trust in the UDP government, and that is when the UDP negotiated to get that road paved. But we must also note that there was some funds already provided to start paving that road, but they did a bad job.
So when the funds were already provided, RC, when government changed, the money still stay there?
Well, when it's coming from the international communities, you understand? It's given for a project. And when you don't use it, you lose it.
You lose it.
You lose it when you don't.
You have certain time, the limit, right? There's a limit on the time. And if we go further than that, if you look at the one across the San Esteban Bridge where there were, I think it's 2003 or 2004. I don't remember. Supposed to be completed under the People's United Party with Breve Garcia and Lopez getting the contract. that Sartaneja Road. But unfortunately, because the corrupt People's United Party and the corrupt contractors messed up on that, and we lose that money. And you know what's sad to know? That when we lose that money from the San Esteban project, we also loses the one from the factory to the one to take you up to San Lazaro, I think it is? San Lazaro. Uh-huh. We lose that one because the money will be allocated for that area in that same project, and also from the Tower Hill to the Guinea Grass shipyard, right? We lose that also in the one day, so due to the corrupt People's United Party government.
So by now, Guinea Grass Road is supposed to be paved.
Exactly, right? But because the PUP was so corrupted, and the contractor was not doing their job, they lost. The time came and they lost. All that funds was lost because of the People's United Party corrupt leadership.
Yeah, because the Senator Hulse also mentioned about Galleria Maya, how much money may come for that, and latterly different portions are road in at the south and bridge and other thing. And
where is the money?
They think they never happened.
Well, this is the reason why John Bresenio, the leader of opposition, are calling on the People's United Party leadership to bring back the millions. And the Belizean people, especially younger people who were then young and today will be voters in this general election, need to know the PUP is not an option, because the People's United Party was so corrupted that they steal this country left, right, and center.
Yep. Piet, in Orange Walk East, we know that in every constituency there is challenges, and you have personal contests against.
For election,
You know we have right now the Honorable Elodio Aragon has the mayor of Orange Walk that is contesting against him. How you see that that fight? How you see that race?
Well, people might say that because I am a UDP, I will say UDP will definitely, but I will tell you this.
Well,
I guarantee Elodio Aragon will defeat.
You don't have to give the mayor one kudos to because he does some work, right?
Definitely.
So,
but Mr. Osha and I am telling you, I see the mayor has been some paving, but are we getting our money's worth in the paving? There are so many streets that have to be paved, need to be refixed and fixed more than one time. We are not getting our money's worth. This is what I'm looking at it, and I believe in one thing. If you want to run for the People's United Party and you are not corrupt, you cannot run in that area. So the PUP is corrupt, so you can't trust no PUP, none at all.
Yeah. So you're saying that. Well, we know for a fact with the evidence that you have been mentioned that the area representative, the Honorable Elodio Aragon Jr., from he got elected to the president, he is continuously ensuring that there is development in these areas,
right?
in the villages, including the part that's within the town. And I was made to understand, and maybe you could clarify for me that there was intention to build a police station in Carmelita?
Yes, that's on the way. That's
how
pretty soon we're supposed to have the groundbreaking ceremonies for the Carmelita building of the Carmelita police station. So that's
that police station will assist in a way in taking that zone and giving that zone much more
security.
Protection and security.
Especially for the villages of Champion Ridge and the nearby villages as well, Tower Hill and such, right?
Even Palmarto.
Yeah, right.
And the junction might be from time to time a little bit on the dangerous side, as they would say, no?
Yes, definitely. So that, and beside that, we're also looking for the high school in Carmelita pretty soon as well.
Okay, so
there's things going on.
So the work continues.
The work continues, and that's what the United Democratic Party leadership stands for. Work, get elected, work for the people of this country. That's why I've always said I'm proud to be a UDP, because my party has proven to be the best party in this country by the United Democratic Party under the leadership of the Right Honorable Dean Barrow. We have seen never in the history of this country, we have ever seen so much infrastructure in this country, not under the People's United Party. What we know, every time the PUP is out of government, they will quote the people and ask them to vote, and then they will do better. But the People's United Party is just like those guys who goes to prison, and when they say, when I come out, I want to do this, I want to do that, and when they come back, they go thief and go back again, and that's what the PUP wants to go back and do again, and thief the Belizean people.
Well, Piet, what's the mission of the minister in that era when it comes to relationship with the residents of Orange Walk East?
I will say this, that he has very good standing with the people of Orange Walk East at the time. There will be very few people who will say, no, not so. But that I know. I am a very well-known person in Orange Walk East. The minister will have a very good standing with the people in Orange Walk East.
Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show. Muy buenos días.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, sir.
How are you guys doing?
Well, we're there. We don't eat yet, but we're there.
Good Orange Walk tacos.
That I say to you, I tell me and sister, well, we're not take no breakfast back, we no Pete and there, so me expect we may get something, but it's okay, we're here.
Such is life, right?
All right. Well, I just want to congratulate you guys, because you guys are really focusing on what's important for the country. And I'm glad for that. And the most important thing is that you guys belong to the best party ever, the United Democratic Party.
That's right, my brother. Muchas gracias.
A moment ago, Mr. Pate mentioned about the groundbreaking for the police substation at Carmelita.
Okay. Yeah.
And that is a project that only came about under the UDP and through the hard work of the Honorable Elodio Aragon Jr.
That's true. Yeah.
But that project was almost not going to happen because
of the corrupt PUP.
That land, which was government land, without the people knowing, was actually given to somebody else.
Right.
again under the PUP.
Under the PUP.
Right? So what the UDP is doing slowly is clearing up the mess that those people got us into. And thankfully, with the leadership of Honorable Elodie Aragon Jr., we're getting there slowly but surely. The project, as Mr. Pate mentioned, it will kick off very soon. It will not only create safety, but it will encourage the villagers to be more actively participating in, they could have their Carmelita Day with a more family-oriented thing, because they will know that they are living in a safe environment. Also, along with that, we have many projects, and it will create employment.
That's the good part of it.
Yeah, that's
good.
the great part of it.
Right.
I mean, I'm grateful for the UDP. I'm grateful for our leader, the Honorable Dean Barrow, and our immediate leader, the Honorable Elodie Aragon Jr.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Carla.
Keep doing a great job, guys. Have a great day, all right?
Thank you very much, and have a nice day too, sir.
You too, sir. Thanks for calling. And you see, it's good when people recognize things that are happening in your community. And I've always said, we must be grateful for what we get in terms of development.
Yes.
When we walk down the streets or drive down the streets of Sugar City and surrounding villages, we are walking an area, and not only as UDPs, we are going, we ride, we walk as citizens of a community, and we should take pride in respecting what good work has been done. And so I believe that at the end of the day, it takes a little while for people to understand that development is a process, but once you see it started and continue, you know that things will come and get better at the end of the day. So some people expect immediate results. As I ask, I want. Life is not like that. Life is real. So the list of items that you have read, Brother Pate, that have been accomplished in a very short time, this is one storm. So, a lot has been done in a short time.
Let's get it. Hello, good morning. Muy buenos días.
Good morning. Check it. Ruben.
Morning.
Well, I don't like them, brother. I watch you know. On the talk, man. Watch out. Mention the correct thing. Remember, everything where you say Mr. Pate, and we know I got confidence in the right Honorable Dean Barrow and my Minister Area Representative Aragon.
Yes, sir.
But the leader of the opposition said, if they win, all these infrastructure will be stopped. What will happen to the people? No work. So people working on why. Get rid of them quick.
They don't come back. They don't come back, Carla. They don't come back, Carla. The Belizean people are smarter. They will not come back.
Thank you, caller. The caller made a very important point, Chucky, in that the PUP intention is to stop these projects. You heard the leader of the opposition in the National Assembly say, and publicly, that he writes letter to the British High Commission, to the European Union, to the IDB, to the very international community that provide funding for projects for our people. You understand? People in the villages, people in the urban areas, infrastructure. And now he's going to question. Who is he to question these agencies? We have the guidelines. You understand? And the guidelines that these international agencies put says you need to have A, B, C, D. If you're in compliance with it, this is what you get. Because this is how they assist countries. And now to have the leader of the opposition they want to question the British High Commission. How insulting is that to the intelligence and to the benevolence of the people of these countries who put up these grants to assist us in here in Belize, all the people of Belize? Now, that in itself raises another question. Does the leader of the opposition want to stop all these projects so that the people continue to suffer? Absolutely not. The United Democratic Party will continue just like the Honorable Elodie Aragon Jr., who is part of the cabinet.
Right.
So there is collective responsibility for this UDP government to continue doing much more work. And the caller had a very good point.
Right, exactly.
Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Gentlemen, I forget one thing.
Yes, sir.
The PUP make nice out of anything. If it rain too hard, they write one letter. if the sun too hot, they write one letter.
And they blame the Imbaroto.
And they blame the UDP and they blame all of it. But the stevedores went to the hotel, they make nice because of the poor working conditions. The port belongs to them. So the PUP crap. They never make no noise about that.
Wow, that's right.
Yes.
That is really
They
true.
make one noise whenever it's convenient. But make it rain too hard and make the sun come out too
Too
hard.
much, yeah.
UDP this, UDP that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Thank you, Carla.
Can't go back.
Yeah, but
one thing that I am waiting for them to accuse, is that the people of this country, have them in opposition because they chose the UDP.
Of course.
You understand? So they complain about that. They complain about the people choosing and electing the UDP too. They complain about everything.
And come 2020 election, the people will choose the United Democratic Party back into government. Because you know what?
the caller is still there.
That's right.
But Brother Piet, this caller mentioned about the port of the stevedores. But RC1 break it down yesterday, saying that what ESR and BSI is doing is to find a more economic way to make sure that they do their export and looking at the same time
Professionalism, right?
at the threshold when it comes to the payments to the farmers.
Yes.
Yeah, you see.
And it trickles down to the people for it.
Right. You see, the PUP don't write any press release like the Honorable Michael Finnegan brought up in the House. They don't go and protest against. They didn't go and protest against the port because the port is owned by, from information here in the news, is owned by Ashcroft, and allegedly Ashcroft is funding the PUP. You understand?
Yeah.
So if they go and protest against, or write one letter against that on a press release, there was scolding.
Yeah,
there was scolding by Ashcroft. I mean, look,
Puppet
with
master.
Johan and
Yeah,
whatnot. So instead of them looking at the interests of the cane farmers, remember the proportion of the arrangement between BSI, ASR, and the farmers is that they even deduct the expenses. So if the company is looking to cut down on expenses so that the farmers may have a little bit more by going by road now and cutting cost, I ask myself, well then, it's a good thing for the farmers.
Of course.
Because the port will always be open, Jackie and
Yes.
Robert, two Roberts, that there will still be business, they will still have work. The stevedores will continue to have work. And we hope that they continue to benefit because the negotiations under Dr. Carla Barnett is one that is operational to ensure, again, the government had to intervene to ensure that the stevedores, Superman was there.
Yeah, but
Honorable, Philip was there. No, we didn't see no PUP representatives from Belize to go there and say, well, I'm on side with the stevedores, And at the same time, we didn't hear nobody in the National Assembly say, well, the poor cane farmers. It had to be the UDP who had to explain to the House, to the nation, that because the UDP government wants to assure that and work along with BSI, that there is ASR, that there is less expense so that the farmer can get more. Farmers have to understand that PUP use them for election, and the UDP makes every effort to assist them wherever possible. There are global issues that we can't control, like the coronavirus. But there are ways where we can help you. You understand? And that is what the difference between the PUP and the UDP. The PUP one use you for political purpose. UDP will make every effort to help you in the best possible way. And one of the ways, Chake, is to cut down on expenses in the industry so that the farmers could get more. But the UDP supports the farmers in this endeavor.
Okay, gentlemen, On that note, we will take our final break of the morning. It's 90 minutes away from 9 o'clock. We take our final break of the morning right here on Nord Television Channel 10, RC1. Robert Piet and Robert Cheque Usher will be back right after these messages right here on Nord Television Channel 10.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
El mismo PUP que tú estás hablando, el mismo PUP, ese es el cáncer del PUP que estás hablando, que debes de hablar, ese cáncer que tenemos. Ese es el cáncer que tenemos que cumplir en este país. Ese cáncer que quitaron, que robaron millones y millones y millones y millones y millones de dólares de la gente. Esto hizo un poquito de dinero, millones, tens of millions of dollars. We are those millionaires, those people that get millions of dollars over the 10 years when we were in government.
The Philip Goldson Highway between Belize City and the Philip Goldson International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section B of the highway upgrading project between Haulover Bridge and the Buttonwood Bay Boulevard roundabout is underway at an investment of $21 million. Works consist of the full rehabilitation of the road to paved standard, which includes the widening of the road to 4 lanes, lined sidewalks and drains, wide shoulders, median, and parking plus a bus lane at designated sections of the road. LED road lighting will be installed along with road safety features such as signs, reflectors, and road markings. The project will also facilitate in the improvement of underground infrastructure for the public utility companies. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Yes, come in. Why, Sean?
Joe.
Long time no see. How is everything?
Everything is good, man. What's the latest with you?
Man, everything is good. Business is flowing. I can't complain. As a matter of fact, I'm working on a new project. Thank God you're here. Let me show you the plans. Alright? These are the plans for my 5-bedroom, fully furnished apartment complex. When I tell you fully furnished, AC, hot and cold, Wi-Fi, you name it, I have it. Right? And I want to market this on Airbnb.
All sounds nice, but have you started your paperwork already?
Which paperwork?
Joe, don't tell me you don't know. For you to market or rent any type of rooms, you have to register with the BTB, bro. It's in the law book.
Wow, really, Sean? I never knew that. You know what? I finished all of my work for today. Make we go to BTB one time, go deal with this paperwork, and then after that, go take on Lee 1 too.
Alright, cause I thirsty, but make we go to BTB first.
Make we go.
Did you know that if you own or operate a tourist accommodation, such as a room in your home for cash purposes to any guest, local or foreign, regardless of its location in the country, or if you're registered or advertising such room or property with any booking engine or marketing platform such as Airbnb, by law, you must register with the BTB. If you fail to do so, you commit an offense punishable by fine or imprisonment. For further information or assistance, please contact the BTB at licensing@belizetourismboard.org or telephone 227-2420. You can follow us on Facebook too.
Sugar City Morning. And welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. 14 minutes away from 9, RC.
Time flies, right?
Son las 8:46 minutos.
Yeah.
That's what I said in the Spanish.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's 8:45 and a half, but it didn't move towards the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, we're almost out of time for this morning, but we cannot forget that the United Democratic Party stays united and they continue with the democracy.
Okay.
Right now, there is nominations until the 26th of March for persons to apply for the leadership of the party.
And the restriction on that is, or the condition for that, you must be a member of
the National Assembly.
And a UDP.
And a UDP. Very more a UDP. More important.
Right,
The most
exactly.
important, a
Right,
UDP.
so, yeah, on March 26th, at
5
p.m.
Yep.
You know, you write to the party chairman.
Party chairman.
And you send it to the UDP secretariat office there, and then we will know what happens thereafter.
Yeah.
But,
And if more than one person apply, then
Yeah, we're
on the
having
5th of April, we have a convention, right?
Convention.
April 5th.
A voting convention, because in the case we will have a
Right.
endorsement convention if there is only
Right.
one person, right?
Right. But it's important to know that the UDP family continues to be united and continue to work towards improvement of the quality of life for our Belizeans. And this year's budget is no exception. We know that the Right Honorable, the Prime Minister, Right Honorable Dean Barrow, and his cabinet and the UDP government have included in this budget special care on funds for the event of the coronavirus here, to prepare to get the necessary elements and tools to be able to deal with it as much as possible. We heard in the news where Jamaica acknowledged a first case of coronavirus.
Yes, really.
So it's
It's in
moving
the
towards
Caribbean.
the Caribbean, and we have a lot of Belizeans and visitors that come back and forth.
Yes.
So preparation needs to be made. And I read a little article there by Dr. Bolwar, who is in the United States, but he was established at one point at the Carl Kushner, and he says, look, it's good to know that the government is making preparations for it. However, what we must note is that in these circumstances, the United Nations and the World Health Organization, through PAHO in this region of the Americas, have funds and assistance to help countries, small countries like Belize, because this is a situation where you don't know how many will be affected and there may be need for immediate action. So while the Ministry of Health in Belize under the leadership of Honorable Pablo Marin is making all efforts to ensure, one, that you have the proper information, two, to have the preventive part of it, to wash your hands properly, you understand, and to stop shaking hands. You have the knuckle, coronavirus knuckle. Somebody use their elbow, or you just greet yourself, but put your hand by your heart, it's just, how you doing, my brother? You understand, because we need to do that. And as we had the nurses here, remember?
Yeah.
And Rafael that deals with Hecobab, the Health Education Bureau of the Ministry of Health to show that there are different kind of masks. The mask to breathe out and the mask where you breathe in.
Breathe in, yeah.
So and also we must also pay special attention that whenever it does happen, it affects mostly the elderly. So we need to have precaution of keeping our surroundings clean, and most important, we need to look at the children. Children will also need to be using masks, and there are masks for children also. So when we talk about the protective mask, face mask, it's not only for adults but also for children.
kids as well.
Sometimes we tend to neglect. That only for me? No. It has to be for everyone. For everyone. So we need to stay focused and listen to the latest press release and information. We can gather information through Facebook, through the social media, from the Pan American Health Organization, from the World Health Organization in Geneva, Switzerland. And also we are grateful also to the Cuban government to be able to assist with their medical team in the event. You understand? And already negotiations. From what we understand, the Ministry of Health Belize has already, through SICA, been in contact with and CARICOM with the Ministries of Health in the Caribbean and Central America and with Mexico. And so that in the event, we as a nation will be able to seek out assistance wherever needed at any particular time. However, we pray that come, but as they say, it's a virus, the COVID-19, that it's moving around, and maybe just a matter of time, but we pray that it doesn't happen. But we need to take precautions, wash your hands, sanitize and whatnot, and like in Italy right now, the whole cities, they are locked down. You can't come out, the streets are empty, businesses are closed.
Yep.
So it takes, it's a blow. So we need to look at all the elements that deal with this. And so in the budget, we noticed that the Prime Minister also included a package for dealing with the coronavirus situation. So as soon as the budget is debated and passed and takes effect in the month of April, the departments will be investing in the basic necessities to keep in the offices and such, because people do visit. So, we need to pay attention to that particular health sector, and to know that the Ministry of Health Belize is doing and making every effort to be able to do that, including realizing that it's World Water Day. Water is life, we must maintain and whatnot. Water also plays a very important role when you're washing, sanitizing your hand and whatnot. So it's important. So we're sharing this so that we continue to be aware of the coronavirus and how we can deal with it. Prevention
is better than cure.
So we need to be looking at that aspect.
Right, exactly.
Brother Pete, it's 7 minutes away from 9 o'clock. Your closing remarks for today, my brother?
Well, I will ask the Belizean people, especially in the Orange Walk East. Election 2020 is coming so fast on us. But don't believe nothing that the People's United Party are asking you. I will say this as well. The People's United Party is not being trusted by the international agencies throughout the world, because they have seen what they have done when they were in government. And it's sad that our grandchildren, I will use my grandchildren at 3 years old today, will pay for all the corruption and the wrongdoing of the People's United Party. And if the People's United Party is being elected in 2020, my grandchild, who is 3 years today, her grandchild will have to pay the bills of the People's United Party, because People's United Party have no change but go back and thief. I'll ask John Briceño, the leader of the opposition, to give the police the names of all those leaders of the PUP who have stolen millions upon millions, that the police can do their job, arrest them, and make sure they be arrested and take to court and go to jail. Like he likes saying he will send to jail. He needs to be at jail at the time, he and his whole party of the People's United Party. Good morning and thank you very much.
RC1?
Well, it's good to have you here, Brother Pete, and I just want to say, check it to the people that we're in the season of Lent, and we must be conscious of who we are, where we are, and that we must be thankful for another window of life opening for us today and for us to do the best. Respect one another, share the love, and be proud Belizeans by doing our part. On that note, God bless you. Have a wonderful day.
We'd like to thank everyone who tuned into the Sugar City Morning Show, not only today, but every day that you tune in. The show repeats at 9 o'clock tonight, right here on the same station, North Television Channel 10. We have the repeat of our news right here, 12 this afternoon, and then this evening at 6:30, we got the great news. Like we say, this show repeats at 9 tonight. We have it on YouTube all day, so you can just go back and check Sugar City Morning Show for today's date, and you can view it. Raheem, thanks for all the technical support, and if the good Lord so will, RC1 Robert Checker Usher will be back with you tomorrow right here on the Sugar City Morning Show. Have yourself a wonderful day.
Robert.
Sugar City Morning Show.